So our sources have just confirmed to us that the Criminal Investigations Department, they are expanding their probe into the Kwesi Nyantakyi matter. As we speak right now, the Deputy Roads Minister, Anthony Karbo, is either at the CID headquarters or on his way to the CID headquarters after the CID decided to formally now rope him in into the probe. He's been formally invited. He's on his way there with his lawyers as part of the expanding probe into this Kwesi Nyantakyi episode. And part of the conversation, which got Kwesi Nyantakyi entangled. Kwesi Nyantakyi is reportedly heard naming Anthony Karbo as allegedly as a guy who facilitates his dealings allegedly with top government officials, including the president and the vice president. And we know that in that particular video, he also mentions his name as one of those who also need to be sorted as one of his boys. And I understand that the presidency, the president directly sees this as one of those things that the CID must get to the bottom of, regardless of whether he's a minister or not. The president, from what I hear, is bent on not shielding anybody, and we want to put sunshine on what has happened as far as that Anas tape is concerned. And so this morning, we understand that the CID then decided to bring him in as part of the investigation. So remember that yes, he got a confirmation. The CID has formally charged Kwesi Nyantakyi with a defrauding by false pretense, and he is himself supposed to be at the CID headquarters today as part of his bail conditions to continue interrogation. Now we understand that Anthony Karbo himself is going to be interrogated as well by the CID today, together with Mrs. Nyantakyi. Whether they'll be kept in the same rooms for interrogation, I don't know. But I think from what I'm hearing, he is going to have a separate session with the CID investigators. A lengthy interrogation is going to happen today. Now, other thing that we are learning is what he might be charged with today. Remember that his alleged accomplice, Mr. Nyantakyi, has already been charged. We're not sure if Mr. Karbo, the Deputy Roads Minister, will be charged anything yet. But from what I hear, there is a strong determination to get to the bottom of this. Whoever is mentioned as part of this particular probe in Nyantakyi's own, testimony to the police, or what the presidency has already watched on that particular video, which of course has been compiled by Anas. Now, there's a strong determination. Whether you are the president's friend, you are a minister of state, if you are mentioned in this matter, you are going to be pursued. And today is the axe is falling on the Deputy Roads Minister, who is currently either heading to the CID headquarters right now, or is there and is going to be interrogated. Daniel.
Evans, from what you're telling us, we do not know if Mr. Karbo is himself being suspected of having been taking part in these wrongdoings that Mr. Nyantakyi has been charged with.
Yes. So what is in that video? I remember the police, the CID is working fundamentally based on what Mr. Nyantakyi had said in that particular video. The names he dropped. One of the fundamental names he had dropped in that video is that of the Deputy Roads Minister, Anthony Karbo, in which he's alleged to have suggested that Anthony Karbo is one of his boys, and that the suggestion there was that he was the chief facilitator, so to speak, in that particular conversation that he had done with these would-be investors he was inducing. That is the basis for this particular action that the CID has decided to take this morning.
From what we are gleaning from the police, are we able to tell if that came up during that 5-hour grilling of Mr. Nyantakyi, and if any confirmation was given about Mr. Karbo's role?
Now, that is a curious bit. We haven't received details yet about what Kwesi, because yesterday Kwesi Nyantakyi, again we confirmed, gave an official statement to the CID regarding what might have happened in that, conversation that was secretly caught on video. We don't know yet if, whether Kwesi Nyantakyi had in that statement mentioned Anthony Karbo's name. That we don't know. But what we know, definitely, for sure, our sources have confirmed, is that certainly the decision taken by the CID today is as a result of that 5 or so minutes video clip that the presidency watched, in which Mr. Nyantakyi himself is caught on video dropping names. One of the key names he had dropped, as as it was suggested in that video allegedly, is that Anthony Karbo is sort of the chief facilitator between himself, Nyantakyi, and these top government officials, including the president and the vice president. That we know for sure is the trigger, fundamentally, for the CID deciding then to invite him today to also, assist with investigations. And we know he is going to be interrogated and will also be required to give a statement on this matter, which will then determine whether the police should go ahead and charge him with anything or not. And that is one of the things that we are working our sources to see what will happen, and also see if Mr. Nyantakyi yesterday in his statement had mentioned Karbo. We don't know that for sure, but what we know is that the CID is acting based on that video clip in which Mr. Nyantakyi had mentioned the name of Anthony Karbo as painting him sort of as the allegedly as the chief facilitator.
Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and share for more news updates.